Welcome to SORMAG's Writers Café, where we share the real writer's life over a cup of friendship, sprinkled with laughter and wisdom. My name is LaShaunda Hoffman, and I'm your host. This episode's sponsor is SORMAG's Promotions. Today, I'm sitting in the cafe alone, but I wanted to talk to you about social media engagement. Right now, since we're all kind of stuck at home during quarantine, we really can't do much live events to meet readers. So I wanted to share some tips on social media engagement so you can get more engagement on social media and hopefully you can meet some readers online. I have 10 engagement tips that I will be sharing with you. 5 for this episode, and then I'll do a part 2 for the next 5. So let's get started. Tip number 1, ask questions. If you follow me, you know that I ask a question every day, at least one for readers and one for writers. I love asking questions because it gets the conversation going. Sometimes it gets them asking me questions, which is really good because then you get more questions that you can think of to use for next time. I recommend that you write down some questions to ask your readers. What is it that you really want to know about them? Those are the questions that you ask them. You're going to have conversations, so you want to have some real conversations with them. I have a sample question that says, what was the last book you read? This gives you an idea of what kind of books they like to read, how big of books they like to read. If they're reading, you might get crickets. Nobody's reading. But this is engagement that you want. You want to know what's going on with your followers. You want to know what they're doing. And questions is a great way to do that. Tip number 2, share motivational quotes or posts. Again, if you're following me, you know I'm all about being encouraging. I love sharing encouragement to my followers. I like getting them motivated. I'm one of those people who's always talking about working on your dreams and, writing, getting yourself out there, doing different things. And so sharing motivational quotes and posts is a good way to do that. You want to inspire your people. You want to get them talking about things. Quotes are a great way to do that. Find some good quotes. If you have a certain brand, mine is dreams. I'm always talking about dreams, so I'm always looking for good quotes on dreams. Google is your friend. Go out there and Google. If you have a theme that you follow, Google it and see if there's any quotes out there that you could use. Create your own quotes. That is one of the best advice I got from someone, to create my own quotes. So I have a set of quotes that I get from other people. Then I have a set of quotes that I have for myself, and I share those to my community. Always have something to inspire people. People get on social media to have fun. They don't want to be depressed. So you want to be that person that shares some good stuff. Tip number 3, talk about books. If you know me, I'm always promoting books. I'm always talking about them. But it gets the conversation started. People talk about books. I once shared about reading Kindred by Octavia Butler. And man, I was late to the party. Everybody else had probably read it in high school or college. And I hadn't. I didn't know what it was about. So that's probably why. But I learned a lot about Octavia. And I was really impressed with her, and it's very saddened that I didn't get to meet her in person because I was late to the party. But talking about her, I was listening to the audio, and so I was talking about the story, and people came into their experience of reading the book. And so I highly recommend that you talk about books. It gets to start. Talk about your own book. You'd be surprised how many people don't talk about their own books. Talk about your books. Ask your audiences, are they reading your book? Have they read your book? What parts do they like about your book? This is how you get engagement started, talking about books. Tip number 4, share articles. Readers and customers love a good article. Do you have some articles that you can share? I'm always reading stuff on Facebook, so I'm always sharing different articles that I like. or somebody else has shared with me, you can do the same thing. Maybe you've written some articles. This is the time that you want to share them. Articles get conversations started. It's all about engagement. Even if it's just likes, somebody enjoyed what you shared. So share some articles. And our last tip, number 5, share videos. I am a video girl. I love videos. I love watching funny videos. I love videos that make me cry. So sometimes I will share your cry for today because I want people to be joining me in the crying. But there are so many types of videos. If you don't have any videos to share, you haven't created your own videos, YouTube is your friend. Go on YouTube, find some videos. Look at what your friends are sharing. Maybe you can share those with your community. Videos start the engagement. They're so much fun. You can ask questions. You see stuff. I know Jada Pickens does the Red Table. I always share the link to that, and that always gets some people talking to me, asking questions. We talk about the video. We talk about our experiences. Videos are a great way for engagement. So if you're not sharing, I hope you start after listening to this. Now, you know me. I got some homework for you. So break out your notebook. All right. So number 1, write down 5 questions to ask your readers. Write them down. Think about it. Number 2, write down 5 quotes or motivational posts. Number 3, write down 5 books you can talk about. Number 4, write down 5 articles you want to share. And number 5, write down 5 articles. I just said that. Write down 5 videos you want to share. See, this is live. That's what happens when you're at the Writers Cafe. Sometimes you make a mistake. All right, so that's my homework for you to get you started, get you out here. Let's talk about our sponsor for today. So this episode's sponsor is SORMAG's Promotions. Promotion is what we do. Promotion can sometimes be a heavy burden that authors believe they have to do alone. SORMAG's Promotion is here to help you with your book promotion. We can do daily, weekly, and weekend promotion to get you and your books in front of the multicultural reader. Add us to your promotion plan and we can help you stay consistent with your book promotion. We also promote literary services and events. Check out the link in the show notes for more information. SORMAG's Promotions. Promotion is what we do. So I hope these tips that I offered today were helpful for you. I want to thank my sponsor for this episode, SORMAG Promotions. Promotion is what we do. Check the links in the show notes for more information. I want to thank you, our listeners, for taking time to listen to the podcast. I hope what our guest shared with you was helpful for you today. That's me, the guest. I have 3 questions for you today. Did you enjoy this episode? If you did, subscribe to the platform you are listening to so you don't miss an episode. Number 2, what did you think of this episode? Tell us by writing a review. Send it to onesormag@gmail.com. Number 3, did you learn something from this episode? If you did, please share the podcast with your community. If you have a topic you want us to discuss in the cafe, or you would like to be a sponsor of an episode, contact me at onesormag@gmail.com. One last question. Have you promoted your book or business today? If you haven't, go showcase those wings. Someone needs what you have to offer. This is LaShaunda Hoffman, and I'll see you on the next.